Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to VR Master League here in the EU Cycle 1 Challenger Cup. In this Challenger Cup for North America.
And I'm excited to see these matches. I'm excited to start off this Challenger Cup.
If you're not sure what we're getting into today, you're not prepared.
This is the most hype moment of Season 3 so far.
Teo here, which is been a team for a while. I mentioned it earlier on in the first match, and that is an immediate goal.
Penalty on the cameras. Go Gators! And of course, Sir Dibwe right by my side, and let's go.
Yeah, and real quick. Oh my god, are you serious?
Well, guess what? We went.
2 seconds.
Blink and you'll miss it. So that's going to be an immediate return as well.
That another interception by Blank, and they're their first.
Oh, nice save.
Rusty Robots, all they have to do is run down the clock. Now Beach Player with another opportunity to seal the game here.
Fortunately, just a little fumble, and now passing to Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth to the backboard, slapping it in.
To Twang Pants here, going to try and get past to J for Jack under the goal, going to get the dunk.
Going for a send potentially to the right shoulder. Does have teammates across the bubble. Might cross it in. That's going to be the pass. The finish from Area Knight. What a play.
Happen as I just say it there. Wolf there. Wide open shot going off that backboard. He's going to find that.
We're going to be saved by J for Jack now. Going to be taking that long shot. In fact, Grimy.
They still have time, 1 minute, not a lot of time, but they need to score this with a nice top pass onto BTS.
Aim, it's kind of just playing that time and just playing as cleanly as you can. Speaking of clean, the shot coming through for J for Jack.
Chuck, not Norris, right here, looking to get that one out, but Beach Player kind of fighting back and forth. It's going to be a one-on-one. The goalie here is going to be Celicoid finishing that one off for Rusty Robots.
Another interception and another again, so just good. Absolutely excellent positioning.
Having a lot of chaos. Nice offensive move by Ling.
Now Blank winning that disc straight back. Another strike from Strike.
Winner. Now it's interception by Wolf. It's going to get stopped by Chuck. No Norris who has a 3-pointer available. Going to go for the half court. It's going to bounce in. Nice shot by Chuck. This next point is going to be critical for each team, which Beach Player with a 3-pointer opportunity going to stink it in.
Passing around, trying to bring in on the baked potato goalie, and just like that,
make its way to him as well. The cross pass coming through from Conrad. Another cross pass from Steffo.
There's no goalie there, so if they can win this race, which is just like that, Beach Player gonna be.
Now Caesar with the cross pass does not make it. Tries to shoot negative with an amazing save.
But Grimy trying to take this one. Not going to go to Twang Pants. The cross pass quickly to Padish, putting it right into the top of the goal.
and they've got the stack first to get there. Another open 3-pointer, and it's in.
All doing nice pass onto Grumpy. Grumpy tries to juke out the player, gets one more pass onto the shield.
From Wrath, and will not be there. The first attempt or the second. Steel Sky in the hottest second. That is Molten Steel in the goal.
Steel Curtain strikes again. Moonface. Rusty Robots came very close to taking that third round as well. But we're going to get into the second round of this one between Anomaly. Oh my God, again. The same team. It's the same team.
Chuck is just going to look up high. Maybe a self-bounce trying for that, but instead a turnover and maybe even. It's Caesar!
The clear from Blank right there, going for the nice save by Bad Elmo.
Previously I'm ding. Oh, what a setup. Oh, what a lesson. Oh, buddy. Double stun there. They've got some numbers here coming in. Link 1 setting up Chuck, not Norris.
They're adapting to Everest. They realize that relying on these stunts, but Steffo.
Send this one down. They're going to get down there first. Picked up there by Link 1. The stop. Steel Skydiver is ridiculous.
That is just nasty. Gotta do it again, though. Oh, he will. Steel Sky has gotten to a new level.
Who's under pressure, sending it back. Saluna's the only one there. Saluna has Caesar up ahead, taking the shot. Is it going to be on? It is. 41 meters out from the other side of the tube. Chocolate, a boost here. They're going to look for a dribble. No, Lit's just going to peel off. Sweet Tooth sending it across. What an interception by Saluna. She's lining up the shot. No way. No way.
This is Echo Arena.
up to Ninja Knight. Ninja Knight behind the goal, and Street Boo with the save, denying that one. So Street Boo really on full display.
Tortoise and Anubis to get themselves another 2 and stop what was 6 unanswered points from Dust Bunnies. There's that header, the 3-point header off the joust.
Hey, 1 minute left. The thing is that there is still a lot of time for at least a goal. Some Ducks moved through that mid lane. That was risky as anything. That said, briskly down the lane, Cosmo claiming back the 2.
Grumpy is going to stun out Franz. Tracks it down. All the way down towards the bubble. A good chain there. Andy with it. 2-on-1. Again, single shot. What a stop. He sends that one away, and Jail Graham's going to pick it up, turning it around here for Ethereal.
Back to Aiden. Aiden now sending it over, but vacant. The Steel picking it off, and Breezebo trying to walk it up the floor here for some more offense. 4 minutes left.
Yeah, Phoenix really doing a great job of passing, working it along the baseline. Jason now on the baseline.
To Titan looking for that crossover. Oh, just a fake. Titan, the take. Oh, but not the make. A grab here from Grumpiest Broom. Can he do it again? No. Steel Sky, the heroic grab. And Steel Sky.
They're not letting this league get carried away. And they're applying the pressure into the zone of Extinction as Extinction gets the clear.
Oh, only that, the shot. Dazzling here off of...
They have been looking for this championship, I think you could say years. They have been hunting this down. They've gotten so close how many times? They got knocked out in the semifinals in ESL 3. They got knocked out in the finals in a 2 back-to-back best-of-5 series against Illuminati in the preseason. And now they unlock that next level that nobody else has been able to get to yet. And they come out and they dominate the season.
Just got past me, he got it. Turned around as the clock was winding down, he nailed it for 3. And as he released that shot, as it was sailing in, that was kind of when they started. And it took a while, it took a few seasons, it took time. It just, that exact right mixture of chemistry, of accuracy, of just devastation on offense, on defense. And that's why, despite anything else, you gotta love stories like that, where they don't start at the top. They didn't. They didn't. But they started with some promise. They built upon that to reach the top of the mountain.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joker has just won the championship.
Team Joker, after years, after seasons, all of this time building up to this moment, they are the champions of VR Master League.
They beat their rivals. The first time they play them in the postseason was yesterday, and then they just beat the rivals in the final series in this best-of-5 without resetting the bracket.
Team Joker, after their 2-year rise to prominence, once the Joker and now the King, your Echo Arena champions of North America here in Season 1 of VRML.
Let's get it, boys. We're down, but we're not out. I have so much hype running through my veins right now. You don't even understand. No one's close to us. Not even close.
I have an idea. I have a plan.
About to change its evolution. About to shake the ground, you're feeling moving with the revolution.
Hello, my name is Caesar, and I play for Team Aurora.
Hi, my name is Moonface, and I play for Team Aurora.
Hello, my name is Steel, and I play on Aurora.
Hey, my name is Luna, and I play on Team Aurora.
Hi, my name is Burnsy, and I play for Aurora.
Hello, my name is Netmaster, and I play for Team Aurora.
I'm excited to show people what we can do and what other teams should be scared of.
I feel like what separates us from other teams is our chemistry and determination to win.
As a team of both experienced and newer players, we are here to show everyone that we belong in Master and ready to prove everyone wrong and put the league on notice.
We are feeling pretty confident, and we're very excited to be participating in the Challenge Cup.
Hey, my name is Negative Zero, and I play on Team Anomaly.
Hey, my name's Chocolate, and I play on Team Anomaly.
Hello, my name is Acorn, and I play on Anomaly.
Hello, my name is Sweet Tooth. I play on Team Anomaly.
Hello, my name is Fontac, and I play on Team Anomaly.
Heyo, my name is Big Bot, and I play on Anomaly.
Series against Anomaly.
As a team, I'm sure that we're all definitely excited to hopefully claim our spot back into Master Tier and show what we're made of.
I think that what separates from other teams is that we already had some pretty good chemistry going into starting, playing for the first time, and we don't get tilted very easily during the game.
Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to VR Master League here in the EU Cycle 1 Challenger Cup. In this Challenger Cup for North America.
And I'm excited to see these matches. I'm excited to start off this Challenger Cup.
If you're not sure what we're getting into today, you're not prepared.
This is the most hype moment of Season 3 so far.
Tail here, which is been a team for a while. I mentioned it earlier on in the first match, and that is an immediate goal.
Penalty on the cameras. Go Gators! And of course, Sir Dibby right by my side, and let's go.
Yeah, and real quick. Oh my God, are you serious?
Well, guess what? We went
2 seconds.
Blink and you'll miss it. So that's going to be an immediate return as well.
That another interception by Blank, and they're their first.
Oh, nice save.
Rusty Robots, all they have to do is run down the clock. Now Beach Player with another opportunity to seal the game here.
Fortunately, just a little fumble, and now passing to Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth to the backboard, slapping it in.
To Twang can't save. Going to try and get past to J for Jack under the goal. Going to get the dunk.
Going for a send potentially to the right shoulder. Does have teammates across the bubble. Might cross it in. That's going to be the...
All right, hello everybody, and welcome to Venues, and welcome to VR Master League. All you guys tuning in across venues, across Twitch, YouTube Live, Facebook Gaming. Well, we're here live for some Master Division matches for some new Master teams. That is to say, we recognize these two teams from just a couple weeks ago here on Venues in the Challengers Cup, and making their way into the Master Division off of that success. So I am super excited. And on the casting booth, I mean, I'm Palador, of course. Sir Dimwee, of course. Sputnik Cobra with us as well, of course. And so much for subtlety on the cameras. And Glean joining us here as well in the analysts, the sideline cast. So you got a full crew on deck, and we're excited to go. Dimwee, how's it going?
It's going fantastic. And I mean, we are starting off with, one hell of a game. And I mean, this is Anomaly versus Aurora. This was the game. This was the game in the Challenger Cup just a couple weeks ago, 3 weekends ago, from yesterday, I think. And yeah, this is going to be the game to watch here, Aurora versus Anomaly. This is going to be absolutely massive, and then we're going to be taking that on into Four Kings Illuminati, and then Illumi Duty, and then following that up with Real Speed and Deities. And these are going to be some fantastic games. But I don't know what word I was looking for there. I lost my train of thought, but we are not ready for the game we're about to see.
Well, you know what? I'm ready. Sputnik, I was going to direct it to you. Sputnik, how you feeling?
I guess I'm a little too ready. I'm speaking too soon. I'm cutting you off, and I apologize for that, Palador. But just like Dimwee said, these are two teams that first cycle Challenger Cup, they got into Master Division, and now we get to see them go head-to-head. And then after that, we have Illuminati, Illumi Duty, whatever their new name is. Every season they have a new name. And it's going to be great to see QL Young, Speedy, Suburban, and company. And I know I'm forgetting Wit. You can't forget Wit. Against Four Kings, Andy W. Cruisin'. I'm going to go through everyone's names. They know who they are. And then we have
go ahead.
Real Speed versus Deities. And those are two teams that I haven't seen much of, but I'm excited to see how they play tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Great to have this kind of mishmash here of teams across the division, couple master games, couple games or a match from the teams looking to reach diamond, reach master, and keep excelling. I've been mentioning this across the streams, across the weeks, pretty much every day. Some of the most fascinating developments here in VRML is in fact what's happening in those divisions, chasing those next tiers, chasing the master division in the future. And as we say that, well, the future is apparently now, because round one joust is underway between Anomaly and Aurora. Let's get going.
Yeah, just like that. That is, it was Aurora, Anomaly getting the headbutt on the joust, but going right in the hands of Aurora, and then Aurora giving it right back to Anomaly. That's Acorn with it on the backline there for Anomaly, sending this one all the way down into the bubble. Going to be up into the hands of it was on its way to Lit. Choco Lit there, but Moonface going to get that grab and send it out now. But right back into the hands, -0 on the backline. Going to turn this one around here for Anomaly here in this first round. Less than 30 seconds, only a little over 30 seconds in as that cross pass not quite on. Going to be picked up here by Acorn on the near side wall.
All right, backing it out now to -0. So we saw Anomaly as well facing off against another Master Division team just last night. Project Mayhem had some success there. They were causing all kinds of mayhem for sure. This team is one of the most quick and high chemistry teams I think you'll find. They're here for a reason, but likewise, of course, for this talent on Aurora trying to defend against this as the pass a little astray. Caesar trying to make that, take that and send it, but just having a tough time with all these bounces, didn't we?
Yeah, no, picked up here by Moonface. Moonface sending this one down into the empty bubble. Good chance to pick it up. Sluna's there, is going to send it in for the 2. And that is your first goal of round 1 here. 2 points to Aurora. Minute 12 in.
Well, I lied. Said it. They're having a tough time with the bounces, this and that. Nah. Once they got that clear, they found their stride. They're back in it. Just took a minute to get that little extra rhythm. And, you know, for all the work and all the passing that they were trying to do for Anomaly on one end, it was kind of the polar opposite, basically, for Aurora. Just a quick clear, and boom, shot.
Yeah, and that's why I kept turning back over into the hands of Anomaly. But another opportunity here. 2v1 against the goalie. That was Caesar and Saluna moving in that offensive opportunity. And Aurora taking a quick 4-point lead here, less than 2 minutes in. And it looks like we have a drop there on Anomaly, although they're not going to hit that pause button. Presumably, they're going to get that player back in very, very quickly. So Anomaly going to be coming out here with this joust advantage. Just over 2 minutes in is -0 going to send this one quickly to that near side trap. excuse me, near side trap to Acorn. Acorn moving up, still in this 3v4 situation, running some clock right now. I'm wondering if they're trying to get that player in. But -0 going to slow this one down. Yeah, there it is. Sweet Tooth does return. That's what they were stalling for that player to return, but Lit maybe an opportunity. No, he's going to reset that one.
And how smart was that, Divvy? I love that. You know, Aurora weren't pressuring all too hard. They kind of left a steal in the back line there, so it was essentially a 3v3 in the midfield, which means, yeah, they could afford to stall, they could afford to wait it out. That said, they still will lose the disc to Aurora. Aurora will back it out now, so back to a full 4-on-4. Still 7 minutes remaining here, and that's those quick scores now, followed by a little bit of slowdown.
Yeah, and Caesar with it now, inverted on the ceiling. Going to send this one back. Some quick cycling here from Aurora. They're trying. I believe they were trying to bait out that chain. And they kind of do, but the chain wins that the battle there on that near side wall. Back of the origin zone, they're going to pick this one up. Choco, Lit, and Sweet Tooth moving in. The dynamic duo, the sweet duo. But no, it's going to turn right over there. Caesar, I don't have a good name for them, but they need a nickname. Palador, I'm sure you can whip something up pretty good.
Whip it up like chocolate milk. Well, that said, smooth as silk. It's Luna on the goal. 6 points going to the way of Aurora.
Yeah, that was a panic clear there. It looked like he heard the teammate, whoever that was, heard their teammates, and then panic threw it out, thinking it was maybe an enemy player, and inadvertently gave it right to the best shot in North America, Saluna. She sends that one in for that too. So that's now a 6-point lead here to Aurora. An Anomaly currently being held scoreless. So the setup there. They're going to hit that one for the 2. That's breaking the ice is Anomaly now finally 4 minutes in. Down by 4 still, but on the board.
And assist to Dimwee with the casting curse. Ooh. Mentioning they didn't score, well, sure they did, Dimwee. Just like I said, right? Having trouble with the clears, the bounces. Oh, nope, there's a clear, there's a score. See, all we have to do is just assist these guys. You know, we're willing them to these points.
Set up there, Moonface. Maybe a little bit. Moonface, he is going to not score it as -0 gets the grab. I was trying to will it, like you said, but no, not going to work out. Steel Skydiver going to pick that one up. Looking to send it across. Lost a hand. Gets it back. Does get it across, but that one is going to be intercepted by that duo, Chocolate and Sweet Tooth. The faded pair. The faded pair there, as that one's going to be picked up there by Steel Skydiver, getting stunned out by Sweet Tooth down to the near side wall. Caesar going to pick that one up. Send it on a reset there to, unfortunately, excuse me, that was a clear. That was a send out. I got color confused, but we are good. That's Sweet Tooth. Gotta turn this one around here for Anomaly.
And today we learned Dimwee may be colorblind, but that said, it's Chocolate there with a lineup pass and being snagged out, however, by Saluna. Some stacks going on now. You can see the immediate recoveries. Once they lost the disc, there were already a couple Anomaly players well to the other end. Now, will it matter? Maybe not. There it is. Another shot from Moonface. They're up by 7.
Yeah, this Aurora is, the last time these two teams played, we had what I've maintained was the best round of Echo Arena we ever saw. Was the second round. It was won by Aurora, but that was the only round Aurora won in that game. Anomaly did take the overall game 2-1, winning the first round of the third rounds. And so Aurora definitely wanting to get a victory here. They have something to prove, but Anomaly as well. They want to maintain those wins. Is bringing it in. Sweet Tooth, stop by Steel, who gets stunned out, but then recovered there. I believe that was Caesar, does get it out of the bubble to Saluna. Saluna is going to get this one sent out, but they're in the hands of -0. So Anomaly back with it here at mid. 4 minutes to go in this first round.
Chocolate bringing it up the floor, has the back pass, but cut off nicely. Saluna was just right there at the cloud, reading it all the way. So there were 2 Anomaly players in that midfield. Couldn't do anything because of the cutoff. That said, into the tunnel, trying to maybe get some more points here, as Acorn, though, trying to deny. They're looking to come back and not allow any more scores from Aurora, because with the amount of time left, I know there's still a few minutes, but you give them too many of those in a row, that's where the momentum builds. That's where you start seeing some snowballs potentially, and Anomaly is not one who normally finds himself in that situation. They're usually a team who does score bunches and bunches of points on everyone else.
No, they really are. It's a lot to do with that chain pair they have, Chocolate and Sweet Tooth. Then -0 really assured on the back line, as you've seen him making a lot of stops here on the back line for Anomaly in this game itself. That's cross pass there to Lit. And then, of course, Acorn is a phenomenal striker in his own right. I mean, you've got some phenomenal, that's 3 hard offensive players here on Anomaly that usually does as you pointed out, score quite a few goals. But Saluna going to send this one in, looking for the bounce shot. No, it's going to bounce wide, hit the lip of that exit tube. Picked up there by Steel. Steel feigning one shot, going to send this one up to Saluna, who did get a shield stun, and that shot is going to bounce off the post. Bouncing all the way out into that far side trap. Nice touch pass there. Sweet Tooth to Lit. Lit going to send that one out, but bouncing into that trap on the other side of the tube. Picking it up now, Sweet Tooth. Opportunity here. Oh, nice ender move there. Able to recover that one, although losing the handle on it. It will turn back over. Moonface getting it cleared.
Clear, maybe even a shot attempt. A little too much to the left, but the Sacks are coming in with some fury and some fire. Let's see if they can get that disc back. It will be Moonface with a bit of a window, and window closed. So Moonface putting them back up here, 11-2. Not a ton of time left, unfortunately. And Dimwee mentioned, again, the firepower of a team like Anomaly. Cannot doubt Aurora either, because I don't know how many times in these 7 weeks of action in Season 3 that I've seen basically definitely every single player here have been making some incredible shots, long bombs. We're talking, again, all the way from Rome, right? This is a really, really hot team in terms of that firepower.
Well, also, I got to point out, Anomaly came out with a headbutt joust there on the offensive joust with possession. There was a really controlled headbutt, but it immediately turned over, and then they stunned out the individual who got the turnover. The disc was still loose, but now Caesar bringing it in. Nice little pass sequence for that last pass there. Looking to get it back to Moonface, a little bit off. Moonface going to recover there, now sending it over to Saluna. Saluna will hit that one. Bottom corner pocket of Steel is going to get the goalie stunned out on the shot, and Aurora is going to take an 11-point lead there. Yeah, but still kind of caught up on that Anomaly joust that they came out with on that last one.
Anomaly is one of those clever and crafty teams. They definitely aren't resting on their laurels. They're developing all kinds of rollouts, strategies, boosting styles. Anyone who's watched them can verify between just, again, they're not content. And I think that's the case with a lot of these teams up and coming into the Master Division now, is that they're not content with just the standard. They're making their own standard, the Master Standard. As right now, a good standard of passes, and they will stand tall. Moonface. Flag on the moon, 15-2.
That's a nice little move there by Moonface. He had a lot of room to work with two players in the goal there. Maybe one could have come out to cover that cross pass, because, yeah, Moonface wide open there. And with those two players in as well, one of the goalies had the shield up, assuming, and there's another headbutt joust here. They're looking to chain after that one, but Aurora is not able to. This one now slapped down to the floor there. We are on the final 10 seconds as we count down. 5 seconds to go here. Saluna with it, gonna let that clock run out. Maybe take one final ambitious shot. No, just gonna let it run. And there you go. After one, Aurora is gonna take a 15-2 victory in round one. Glean, nice cloud shot after the fact. Glean, what's going on, man?
Man, both of these teams have been playing a pretty good game so far. I mean, Aurora has been playing with a little bit more pace, and their offensive plays inside of the bubble have been fantastic. You can see them going for these cross passes, these cut passes, and they've been able to land so many shots because of that. Anomaly's defense at the midfield has been crazy as well. As you see, Chocolate and Sweet, you guys mentioned them before, ridiculously fast. If you guys want to learn how to play midfield stack defense, these are the guys to learn it from, as they are some of the best regrabbers in the game. And Aurora is doing a fantastic job of limiting them because they know how strong they are. And yeah, both defenses have been great. I mean, Anomaly held to only 2 points in this first round, just a testament to how well Aurora has been playing both defensively and offensively. They've been able to punish them a lot more versus what Anomaly's been able to do so far in this first round.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we talk about the firepower again, even going back to just recent records. You know, Anomaly winning there versus Project Mayhem. They had games versus Ethereal and Kangaroos that were so close. Losses granted, but so very close. We're talking point totals in the 20s, in the 30s. This is a team that is just, the amount that they score, the volume that they do so is immense for sure. But of course, as I said, at this level, you can really apply that to so many teams. Aurora has done a great job in their own right. You know, they've won a match against Synapse here at Master Division. They also dropped a game just barely to Ethereal. But yeah, I mean, any given night, Dimwee, and you can verify, you casted a lot of these games. Any one of these teams can absolutely upset the other Masters.
Oh, it happens all the time. I mean, we see it all the time. And, you know, especially Steel, empty goal, is able to send that one in. Anomaly, looking at the minimap, they were just stunned out completely in the backfield. Weren't able to get a single chain together there. Not even a hope of one. And, I think that might be what's causing so much trouble here for Anomaly. That stack of theirs, that chocolate sweet tooth stack is so dominant. I think I would expect even that Aurora has been focusing on making sure that stack does not get any airtime in this game.
And I always say in all these casts as well, because I point that out. Absolutely. I always preface it or precede it with easier said than done. I'm just saying what I'm seeing, but obviously when you're in the game, to deal with that kind of speed is another kind of thing. Not a lot of teams are able to do it.
No, yeah, I mean, there's a reason. But, that's set up there. Another one coordinated. Caesar sending that one in as the goalie gets stunned out. That's going to be a 4-point lead here to Aurora. And Anomaly really being taken to task in this one. But, we're only a minute and a half into the second round. I would expect that Anomaly had a discussion in that intermission to make some adjustments here. They're going to be coming out on this one, handled here by -0, playing this one slow. We saw the end of that last round playing very quickly. He's lit, losing the hand on that one. I believe it may have gone off ahead. It's got to turn over. Saluna with it. Saluna taking the shot. Saluna does not miss those. 25 meters out under pressure as she's getting stunned out by that popcorn block. Hits it for the 3. Aurora's up by 7.
And out there, just ridiculous. But look, out there are people watching who might be a newer to Echo, maybe over in venues coming in, haven't seen too much Echo before. They're gonna look at that and say, "Well, that looks easy. I get that. That conceptually it makes sense. Just throw the disc, make it into the goal. All you have to do is throw straight, right?" Yes, but also, no, not that easy. Not that easy at all.
And that one cleared out now. Going to get sent all the way into the Anomaly zone. -0 -0 going to go to the goal. Lit going to try to track that one down, but Steel Skydiver was leashed on him that entire time. Steel finally getting that stun off, getting stunned, but Caesar from Moonface able to pop that one in top corner pocket. Dr. Pocket. Good for the 2. Aurora's up by 9, just like that.
You need a doctor? I need a doctor. But with that said, we got sweet, we got salt, we got pepper, doctor, but that is a 9-point advantage for Aurora, and they are definitely in a great rhythm. We see another one of those headbutt jousts, Dimwee, very in control. That was actually beautiful, but the finish there, the last pass right to the backboard, they still might get it back, but another stun. I'm still impressed despite the lack of a score there. That was a pretty slick.
Yeah, I mean, that was that's what they've been trying to do. That was, I think, their 3rd attempt in this game. Maybe the 4th. Is lit over the Sweet Tooth with a touch. That was kind of just a one-timer, a touch shot, but it gets stopped there by Steel Skydiver. You're not going to get those past him. Now this one's all the way down. Ooh, Moonface picking that one up, getting stunned out there by Acorn. Acorn going to send that one back out through that tube. Chain is going to chain after it. They are going to get there. Not quite on it. Sweet Tooth now picking it up. They have a 2v2 coming into the bubble here. Sending it across. That was a soft pass there for Lit, but Lit not able to track it down. Will turn over once again. Moonface with it, clearing it out. Just about 4 minutes off the clock here in the second round as Anomaly is back in control.
Anomaly is going for a lot of the right thoughts, the right concepts in terms of how they want to execute their game plan. It's just more so these passes, they have not been connecting. Unlike these shots from Aurora, for the most part, they've just been dropping left, right, and center as they send one pass to Caesar, trying to make the way down center, but then backing it out to the bow, to the Geo there as the defense tries to address, and actually they do. Really quick stack. You see in a hurry. Literally, you blink your eyes, and suddenly they're in your face with a stun and a steal.
Yeah, now trying to recover on it. They do ultimately. Lit sending that one out. Sweet Tooth, the both of them getting down there. Sweet Tooth now far side. Lit looking to send that pass, but Aurora already in the bubble. Oh, are you kidding me? Acorn was in Steel Skydiver's face. In his face, completely screened out, and somehow Steel got the grab on that. Are you kidding me? Long shot here off the backboard. Acorn's gonna get it stopped there and get it cleared out. We're not even halfway through the second round yet.
Have not the slightest clue how that didn't even score. That was in, and somehow through the fire he managed to get the save. Now trying to score but couldn't convert, unfortunately, to complete that play. Still yet though, Chocolate with a disc back. They're gonna send it right through that tunnel, looking for some boost if they can, and there it is. There's a speed and maybe one of the rare open shots, but no, will be covered off just like that. Saluna.
Yeah, and that right there, that was the you can't hesitate. If you're gonna take that shot, you cannot hesitate. And it was a little bit too much hesitation. It allowed the defense to get in there. Oh, nice read there by -0. Looking to send this one out through that far side tube. Steel Skydiver does get there to pick it up. Steel sending this one back in. Going to bounce up towards the ceiling. Trying to track it down is Caesar. Good shield. What a shield by Caesar on Lit. And now Steel Scott over with it on the back line, sending this one in. Still 4.5 minutes to go. -0. He read it. He came out to challenge it. But somehow Saluna came away with it. Goal was wide open. She hits it for the 2. Aurora's up by 11.
And it seems like once more, there's not a lot of the things that Anomaly is doing when they do get on offense, not conceptually wrong, but just the mechanical execution there is slightly off. Like the rhythm hasn't been able to be established. And you mentioned, Glean mentioned as well, some of the stack breakage going on, and I think that may play a part in terms of preventing Anomaly from getting the normal rhythm they're used to in the early game.
Yeah, Aurora came very prepared for this game. I mean, we still have just about 4 minutes to go, but Anomaly still scoreless in this second round. Very out of character for them, especially how they've been performing thus far in Master Tier these last few weeks. I'm honestly, to say I'm surprised, I don't think does it justice. But Aurora, I think the big surprise is just how well Aurora prepared for this game to shut down Anomaly. Just shut down Anomaly. This is not, it's one of those times where you want to say, someone, it's a good setup there. Acorn, he's going to go for that reset. Someone might say is, not as well versed on the situation. Nice stun out in the bubble. That one down the floor. Acorn looking to recover, bringing it in. Oh, stuff there. Moonface getting the grab. But just to finish that thought, somebody not well versed on the situation might say that Aurora is just clearly the better team. But I mean, like I said, these teams just played a few weeks ago in that Challenger Cup, in which Anomaly did take the game. So it's not a skill difference. I got to be honest. In this one, it looks like a difference in preparation.
Yeah, definitely well prepared. That shot right through the wall, into the wall. So glancing blow, and yeah, again, it's all about that rhythm. I think the preparation for one, and that preparation is what led to that lack of execution here from Anomaly, because everything, it seems like the 50-50s. Where you say, maybe that's a successful pass, maybe that's a successful shot. All those 50-50s, they're kind of turning into like 90-10s, but to the disadvantage of Anomaly. See if they can complete it there. No, just a good dive. Saluna, another grab, another clear. They're out of there.
Yeah, this one all the way down. Picked up by Saluna herself, picking up her own clear in, sending it in for another 2 there. That's a 13-point lead to Anomaly here as we're in the final 2 minutes of this second round. And, again, not out of time yet, although it is an absolute minimum of 5 goals needed here by Anomaly. And with less than 2 minutes to go, especially with how strong Aurora's been playing, they're going to go with one of these. We haven't seen one of these yet. In this game. It's all the way down the bubble. Just both. That was Chocolate and Acorn. Both right there on it. Couldn't quite get the grab. And, it's that, as you mentioned, you keep mentioning that rhythm. That rhythm just a little bit off. Set up there again. Another one. It's that rhythm. Like you keep saying the word. I'm gonna say it 100 more times before the end of this cast. That rhythm is just barely off, but it's that barely off there. And right there, the pass was on its way to Lit. Sweet Tooth picks it up, and the defense is draped around Sweet Tooth, whereas Lit would have had the open lane there. And it's the shot there. Saluna's gonna hit that one though. It does convert to a 2 as the goalie did get a touch on it. But Aurora up by 15 here with a minute to go, and yeah, it's just that their rhythm is just not working for Anomaly this evening.
It doesn't seem to be the case. I mean, for Anomaly, one of those where you just have to wipe it off and move on to the next one. Of course, long season for sure. They're still going to be just fine here in the Master Division. I mean, as I said, I saw them yesterday performing really well in that win against Project Mayhem. And like you said, they performed well against Aurora just a couple weeks ago in the Challengers Cup. So it's one of those cases where it's not their night, but next time around could always be a different story. But you got to give props definitely as a good save and a little ding as the clear goes out too, just to kind of cap it off. But you got to give credit to Aurora because they definitely they showed up well prepared. They performed pretty much everything they wanted to do at the level that they wanted to.
Yeah, they really did. This is a fantastic performance from Aurora. Saluna's going to set up Steel for the last goal of this game here. 17-0. Aurora's going to take this one over Anomaly, holding Anomaly scoreless in the second round. And I just pointed out again, this is not... I don't think anybody expected this whatsoever in this matchup. This is a big win here for Aurora, but a big loss for Anomaly. And I don't think, this is what we're going to be seeing from Anomaly regularly. I think this was a one-off, event, to be honest. But Glean, curious what your opinion might be on all this.
I mean, you guys said it. Give Aurora an A+ in Echo Arena 101 because my oh my, did they come prepared for this test. Aurora was able to punish those Anomaly rollouts in the midfield. You could see they were having a lot of trouble getting it past, and they only were really able to get the disc down the field when they went for one of those dribble plays off a headbutt. And they were able to punish them so well whenever Anomaly was not able to recover. The Steel was incredible in this game as well. He hasn't needed many clutch saves because that bubble defense from Aurora has just been insane, but when he has had those saves, they've been ridiculous. We saw a headbutt save in round 1 and an insane pressure save here in round 2, and a great showing from him, and overall excellent team play from Aurora.
Yeah, without a doubt. And, just to cap it off as we do head into this next match shortly, and thank you for that analysis there, Glean. I think, as I kind of alluded to earlier, mentioned, both these teams, they're hungry. The fight does not stop in the Challengers Cup. The challenge doesn't stop with the Challengers Cup. They're not going to be content until they climb up, as high as they can go, contesting the very top. Yes, they're already in the top 1%, essentially. You're talking top 10 teams in a league of hundreds, but they're not going to stop. I know that. These are the new generation of players, and we see a good mix in the Master Division. When it comes to, we got the veterans who've been around for years doing it on various teams, various combinations of rosters. But if you look through those rosters, I mean, you are seeing more and more of these teams who are kind of the second generations, the third generations, the quest generations of players starting to come in. And again, as I said, they are fighting for these master slots. And once they get them, I'm not going to be surprised going into the rest of this season, going into season 4, just see more and more of that. Perhaps even, at the beginning of season 4, I have said it in the past. I'm calling it though. I'm thinking we're gonna get our first quest team. One of the players are teams who had rosters that only joined this last year, basically with the quest version. We're gonna see one of those teams in Master Division. I feel like, but
very soon.
We shall see. But we will see. Next is gonna be another Master Tier game. This time coming from established Master Tier teams here in season 3, and it's gonna be 4 Kings going up against Illumi.
And just to say real quick, just to interrupt, anyone in venues or thinking about venues, I will be in venues for this next game. So look for me in there.
And it's coming up next. All right, everybody, welcome back to VR Master League Season 3. We're here at the tail end of Week 7, and we've got, for you guys, yet another Masterclass game here in the Master Division of Master League. It's going to be Illumi versus 4 Kings. And on the cast, I'm Palador, being joined now by Sputnik Cobra, and we still have Glean on the sideline cast, as well as so much for subtlety, of course. Doing the camera work, getting those awesome dual cam jousts as well. And yeah, Sputnik, how's it going, and how are you feeling about these two teams here?
It's going really well. What a terrific game to start off this night. Just an absolutely impressive performance from Aurora. And now we've got Illumi versus 4 Kings, and it's just going to be as exciting as the previous game. And I'm absolutely excited. You know, my favorite word is absolutely, and I am just so excited for this matchup.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great one. They're these, again, two teams. We saw the new master teams coming in, and now we're seeing more of the familiar faces here in the Master Division. Of course, on for the side of the 4 Kings players, you know, players that we recognize from various areas, various teams and various rosters, but all pretty much season to season, Masterclass. Very familiar faces. Of course, on the side of Illumi, more of a VRML history there. That is to say, they were our pre-season 1 champions. Sometimes we refer to it as season 0, basically. That was back in November and December 2019. It was when VR Master League was just getting integrated into Echo Arena, and yeah, and this was your first champion team of VRML in that sense, coming in 3 out of the 4 players still remaining from that roster: Speedy V, QL Young, and Burbs. Back then, of course, known as Suburban Legend, and a legend in Echo Arena in his own right. Worth noting, on the other end of things, well, it's Ender. And Ender was over on Illuminati, well, as they were called back then, or that championship roster back in the preseason 1. So a lot of interesting stories unfolding. Of course, we're about to go into the match now with the round 1 about to begin. So Sputnik, take it away.
And as we wait for this neutral joust to begin, the start of this second matchup, this is the first round. This is Illumi, this is 4 Kings. And with that being said, the neutral joust is underway. It will be won by Illumi, now picked up at the floor by QL Young. QL Young setting it into the bubble. Wit with possession, going for that cut to Burbs. Burbs is going to find that in the upper pocket at 3 meters.
Hey, Burbs is the word, and that is consistent as anything. That is what you expect. That kind of chemistry. Good stuff. Great stuff. And I literally stuff into the goal for the first 2 points. Love that chemistry, Sputnik. I say it all the time, but the passing, scoring is one thing, but the passes that lead up to it, those are my favorite.
Absolutely. So now Andy W with possession, sending that forward to Ender on the relay. You can see this defense from Illumi getting back. They're actually going to challenge that pass. Now they're going to bounce back to that next pass, and they're trying to break this up, a forward pass into the bubble. Ender with possession. Ender looking for an angle, opting to send it back. And they're just going to slow it down just for a second. But you know these teams are so explosive now up to the ceiling. Chrome with possession. Chrome to the upper geo to Andy. And Andy to finish it off at 3 meters. And now it's a tie game. And I have a feeling this is going to be back and forth.
Yeah, hoping for it. And explosive was the absolute right word to use for this team. Sure, they can definitely slow it down, and they can find the passes. That applies to all Master teams. They wouldn't be a Master if they weren't well-rounded in pretty much every area, every facet of Echo Arena. But this roster here, Ender, Chrome, Cruz, and Andy, that is a disgusting roster in terms of being able to just score in all kinds of devastating ways.
And on top of being a very powerful team, they always talk about what makes their team so powerful is their friendship. And I know that kind of sounds trite, but it's true. Friendship is everything in this game. And getting that pass into the bubble, QL Young going to finish it off. And that's another 2 points for Illumi. And this back and forth prediction so far is playing out.
So would you say it's trite and true? Anyway.
You know, you're the one with the puns. You know, I'll give it to you. That's a good one.
Hey, this match is a good one, and yeah, another score going in. This time 4 Kings, so a couple in a row there as Illumi trying to react. There's Wit established in the back line, which is to say, Wit was a long time one of the, in my books, going up against them in so many battles, one of the best offensive players in early Echo Arena, and really has turned into not only a great striker, but now just a great defender as well in the bubble, in the goal, and all over the floor.
Absolutely, and Wit being a very pivotal member of this community. He's run the pickup nights, and that interception coming through Chrome now with possession. 4 Kings getting down court, getting into that bubble of Illumi, and under pressure, sending that through the tube. It's going to miss its target, but it might find the target in the back court, and looking to find out the floor will be Four Kings. Gonna get that stun out, got an open goal, and he's not able to sink it. That's gonna be off target, and now it's gonna be loose and be slapped back to that back liner.
Hey, I guess go big or go home, knowing they're on venues right now, trying to put a little flair right in there with that spin. That said, they still will get it in. It's Ender right after the Cruisin assist there, but, you know, Cruisin going for the style actually did the Ender play. For those who are unaware, there are certain phrases, certain moves in Echo named after players. There's one called the Ender for you introduced to Echo folks. Named after that guy right there. It's where you hold the disc, you kind of bait in a defender, then you drop the disc to shield your head when they go to stun you. It's a very quick move, and that's the guy who made it famous.
And now with possession is Ender going for that shot. That is expertly placed in that bottom pocket. No room for error from the trench. Now a 7-point lead to Four Kings. They're gaining some traction, and Ender with a laser beam.
Yeah, right on cue, which is to say, Ender's not a person who ends it there, right? Talked about the devastating cannons, basically, we're dealing with on offense for Four Kings. You can see why. That is not an easy shot, but it was exactly where it needed to be.
So at the ceiling, not going to be able to get it. Will be Illumi Duty. A stun will come through. Will be picked up by QL Young. QL Young now sending that short pass to Burbs and making this drive towards the bubble under pressure, sending it cross. Now back, now to Wit off the backboard, not able to find the angle. It's a scramble for possession to be picked up by Burbs. Burbs pulling out of the bubble, trying to find another angle, sending it cut, and the save. Cruisin reading that one perfectly. Not able to find the clear, but getting it right back and sending it right through.
Cruisin clearing it, bouncing right off that back. Now someone dropping, unfortunately, over on the orange side there for Illumi Duty. QL Young seems like has momentarily left the game, so hopefully they'll be able to get QL back in a hurry. They're down by 7, scoring here, trying to capitalize upon it. There's Ender, just all around the world, and they're up 11-2.
And I just think of that Daft Punk song, and rest in peace Daft Punk, but what a great move by Ender. Securing another 2 points, now a 9-point lead to Four Kings in this first round. We're only approaching the halftime mark. Now with possession is Illumi Duty to QB will be QL Young. Actually, Burbs this time. Burbs sending it to Pack to QL. QL up to Wit. And they're trying to get around this Four Kings defense. They haven't had much success. They put the first 2 points on the board, and they just haven't been able to score since then. So now QL Young down to Burbs. Burbs into the hands of Cruisin, and Cruisin is going to give it up to Andy, and Andy's going to find that clear through the tubes.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Cruisin in a nutshell. Nothing's getting by Cruisin if he can help it. Again, save after save. We saw a lot of that as well. Steel Sky in the last game there for Aurora. I mean, the talent level of goalkeepers at this level is indeed supreme. Like I said, they make it look easy. It's not. I can verify because I tried for a very long time. Couldn't do it very well. That said, they do it very, very well, and they will have QL back in the game on that note as Speedy V trying to get a clear out of the way before being picked off by Chrome.
So now with possession is Four Kings. Four Kings along the floor sending that pass, and then maybe trying to go off the backboard, but it's going to be a forfeit of possession. Wit now with this clear through mid, it's going to be stuck around mid, be picked up by Burbs. They're going to send it forward again, but Four Kings is there, and they're going to lose possession on that drive.
And then right back to them, to the other side, that is, quickly on the boost. Grabbed here, though, QL, backing it out to Wit. Wit right back at him. And trying to evade this defense with some very well-placed passes and the good spacing. The key to this, too, whenever you're looking for these passes, is the spacing. Offering your QB, the disc holder, the open line of sight. You know, as many lines of sight as possible to teammates to give them the most options if you can.
So Speedy now with possession, not under pressure, making this drive towards the bubble, sending that pass below the goal. It's going to bounce around. Burbs is going to chase it, but he's not going to beat that stack, and that stack will come through and clear it down to the Illuminati bubble, and now it's bouncing around. There must be a lot of stuns in the backcourt. You got that one player from Four Kings, that stack actually, and Ender is going to finish it off at 2 meters. So now Palador, now an 11-point lead. Now Four Kings is really shining, but Illumi Duty was able to hold them to a near 2-minute goal time. So maybe they're figuring out what they need to do against Four Kings.
Yeah, well, they got 2 minutes and 40 seconds to try and figure out how to score another time here. They got the first couple points off of that fantastic and fundamental cross-cutting play right in front of the goal. But since then, it's just been a drought. Now, Speedy V is there for the recovery, but kind of mishandling of the disc, a little bit unforced. So I know the word of the hour was rhythm earlier on, right? And kind of the same thing here, where you're seeing when these teams kind of get into the negative part of the ebbs and flows of Echo, that's when you start seeing some of the unforced stuff happening against them. Well, hold on, Verbs though. That's a great grab at the very least to stave off another point.
Absolutely. Now on the floor, short pass to Wit. Wit going through that clear through the tube. It's a bounce around, and not being able to get it at the wall will be Illumi Duty slapped through by Four Kings. Four Kings now sending it further down into that bubble. And that stack coming through, trying to find it and getting it off the backboard. Burbs gonna send that clear through, but it's gonna be shut down by Cruising at the back line.
Now deep down to Chrome. Chrome up highs. Again, there's that great spacing. One more. The extra pass, the duck, the finish, and DW going for the W in this round. At the very least, they're up 15-2.
An expertly placed shot. Expert moves from Andy W. You talk about masterful play, and that's it right there. And there's the physicality of Echo Arena, able to avoid that defense in the bubble. Now Joust advantage to Illumi Duty. QL Young to QB this time, sending it forward to Speedy. Now Speedy along the floor, it's going to bounce around, and it's going to once again go into the hands of Cruisin' for the clear.
QL Young, though, retrieving that one, and a pass. They need to get rid of it quickly because there was a boosted player. Losing the disc off the bottom of the floor there, just bouncing off the Geo, and immediately look at that pounce of 3 different players all up in a row, trying to line up their ducks in a row, but watch out for those ducks, indeed, because they are just all the moves in the book. So they got the crosses, they got the jukes, they don't got the 2, because Burbs has the save, but a pick by Cruisin', interception.
So Cruisin' now with possession, sending it along the ceiling, finding that pass to Andy W. Andy W. along the floor. He's not going to find that one, but talk about a great bounce pass. It will now be in the hands of Illumi Duty. They'll send it through mid, but Four Kings just so quick, but they're not going to be able to grab it. This is a chance for Illumi Duty, and now going off the backboard, it's going to bounce out of the bubble, and that's another chance for Illumi Duty they're not able to capitalize on.
And at the very least here, I mean, let's see if one more goal goes their way. We often note how goals at the end of a game for a losing team can be very helpful. Stuff like that helps a little bit less, because now just continuing essentially all that they built up these last 10 minutes into the next one. So for Illumi Duty, hopefully they can kind of rebuild and kind of set out straight in the next round. Over to the sidelines though, Glean, what did you think of that round and the performance here?
I definitely think you guys hit the head on the nail here, as Four Kings speed has been ridiculously hard for Duty to deal with. It seems like these clear and boosts that Four Kings has been using have just been so effective here against Illumi Duty, as they are able to get the clear through, they're able to get their stacks together, regrab all the way down the field and put it in for a 2 or a 3, seemingly almost when Duty gets there and the disc is in the goal. So definitely Four Kings having the speed advantage here. Hopefully some adjustments can be made on Duty side to accommodate for that. And Duty, like you guys mentioned, being a little bit out of sync, and hopefully they can get back in rhythm here. They certainly have the right ideas going on, but maybe just losing the handle a couple of times, maybe a couple of missed passes, and certainly things can go a different way here in round 2.
Yeah, definitely. And it's a team here who's done it before. They've been there, they've done that. As I said, this is an established master team across the entirety of VRML, being involved in Echo Arena these past year and a half now, again, since November 2019. So they've been through the ringer. They know how to get it done. And on the opposite side here, really the key, I think, for... hold on, maybe another score? No, just denied. Great grab, Cruising and sending it out there. But yeah, they just need to be able to keep the foot on the pedal. I think that's really the challenge for the Four Kings, being able to sustain that for 20 minutes without getting a little bit lax at any point, because otherwise that's how you allow teams back in the game.
I couldn't agree more, and with that snag back by Burbs sending it down, but at the back line it will be Cruising. Now Cruising sending it through the tube, not able to get it, will be his teammate off that bounce, but that back stack will find it, making this drive into the bubble and finding it on that slam dunk. Andy W just whirling and twirling his arm. Needs to put that right in the pocket.
Yeah, what a flurry of moves. Up, down, left, center, right. I don't know what's left. I don't know what's wrong. But all I know is Andy's going to put you through the ringer. A full skill set, a full tool set of moves, basically, which would trick out even the best of defenders at times if you allow them to get that close and have that kind of space to just maneuver around. So dangerous on the offense for sure. First 2 points their way.
And this is a chance for Illumi Duty making the drive, and finding it will be Speedy. Speedy, 16 seconds on that goal time, able to drive that one right in. Now it's a tie game, but can they maintain this pace?
Yeah, definite question, because this is how we started, more or less. We started the first round, right? It was Illumi Duty, however. They scored first, but then it was the rebuttal coming in from Four Kings. But so it started out kind of with a close game, a tied game, but then it was off to the races. So that might happen again, but so far, Sputnik, this might be actually an inverse of that if they can connect on this pass, this shot, but just off the post. That's tough.
That was multiple dings. I couldn't even count. But with that being said, now it's at the floor. A stun will come through, will be picked up by Chrome. Chrome trying to find this angle. His teammates are in. He's going to whirl and twirl himself. He's going to send that in for the alley-oop, and Ender's going to put it right in on that slam dunk. So before, Illumi Duty kind of getting robbed of that shot. That bounced off the bottom post up to the top post, and I think it bounced off the side and out of the goal, so that was an unfortunate shot for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Left, right, side to side, basically putting in cheat codes. But you know what? Not the case here, because it is all skill. This is years of experience that you guys over in venues, Facebook Live, YouTube gaming, and of course Twitch, all of you. This is, you know it. This is all the experience, and this is why we love featuring these matches on venues, because these teams, they put in the work to make all the difficult look easy.
And Wit coming out of the bubble, making the challenge there, getting the stop. Now they're clear, coming through that 4K stack, finding themselves at mid and gonna find possession in the bubble. So Chrome now with it. Chrome sending it forward, and that clear is gonna be not through, and now in the hands of Speedy.
And a double KO there between Chrome and Speedy. A little slapper over from QL. See what the intention was, but will not pan out, as Andy sends it back out to the goal. A little mishandling, it looks like, trying to get those grabs together, so they'll recover without too much of an issue. Then Andy sending it deep down, and already there's a stack there to meet it. And what a redirect as well from Ender, looking like a guaranteed overshoot. And although it does sail a little bit past, that was still an impressive adjustment there, as they will encroach this goal, and they will score right at the top pocket. Dr. Pocket, shout out Dimwee over there in venues.
Dr. Pocket prescribing that one. That's an awful joke. Trying to make that one work, but that's not mine. So now with that shot, that's 2 more points to 4K. You can see Wit going to maybe challenge Chrome on the bottom of the goal, but Chrome just perfectly placing that into the upper part of the goal. So now Speedy with possession, and they're going to try and get their offense started.
Yeah, down by 4, but that's a good pass. They got the one-on-one, and hesitation moves. Speedy. That was, despite the hesitation, that was decisive. I know it doesn't make sense. Don't think of it too hard. But point is, froze the defense, got the score. They're back within a couple points here.
So now only a 2-point lead. It's going to be Joust advantage to Four Kings. And Illumi Duty's doing much better this round against Four Kings. With possession is Cruisin'. Cruisin' facing the stack, sending up to the ceiling. A nice angle for this forward pass, but Illumi Duty will get back on the defense, and they'll get back for that stun, so all stacks will recover. And now that clear coming through, but in the hands of Cruisin', they'll miss that opportunity.
2 midfield. Oh, a costly turnover into the goal as well from Andy. I was gonna say Illumi Duty did good to get back on the defense. They took him off guard with a steal, but what happened after that was where it got broken apart on that play, because there were 2 midfielders for the Four Kings hanging back there. So that made the interception, whether it went to the right tunnel or down middle, that made it a lot easier. And that's one of the things where, you know, the communication needs to come through. And then on top of that, leaving the goal before they had the guaranteed clear, and that paved the way for the 3.
And at the back line, it will be a challenge for the disc finding. It will be Wit. Wit putting that in at 4 meters below the goal. Now only a 3-point game. Illumi Duty is really giving it their all.
Absolutely, and you expected it. Mistakes aside, every team in the league, top to bottom, number 1 through 320-ish so far in Season 3, mistakes will happen. It's how you recover. It's how you react.
And this long shot attempt may be coming through, but Cruisin' there perfectly able to stop that one. Now sending that one forward, finding it at the wall will be Ender. Ender looking at this long shot, and that one's good. 27 meters. Absolutely flawless shot from Ender. And that's another 3 points. Now a 6-point lead to Four Kings.
That's a bad man right there. Ender, not only this shot from the wedge, okay? right after the shot was released, just turned around, walked away, didn't even look at it go in. That's Ender in a nutshell. And like I said, there's a reason why he's famed and acclaimed.
And with this clear now towards the bubble, it will not find its intended target, getting clipped right by the edge of that trench. And now with possession is Four Kings. Four Kings sending it forward, able to pull out that Illuminati defense. They try to recover. They're now in the bubble. They'll send it up to ceiling. Andy with possession. Andy now going back down to the floor. Ender making this drive, and he's going to find it, placing that one in the top part of the goal. So maintaining this pace right now is Four Kings against Illumi Duty.
Illumi Duty has done better this round, absolutely, to get some more points on the board, but really haven't been able to stop the side of Four Kings quite enough. So they're still on pretty good scoring pace here. And now, not out of a contention whatsoever, of course, if they can get some quick scores, but getting scored with a stun, that is to say, maybe another one about to develop, but Burbs is there, recovers, and has just a second before that defense approaches to find a pass of Speedy at that cloud up top.
And this clear will come through, bouncing off the floor towards that bubble of Four Kings be picked up, but QL Young is going to get stunned out. Now Four Kings chasing it, able to get it would be Speedy. Speedy giving it up to Wit. Wit's going to get stunned out. Speedy's going to pick it back up. Now they're going to send it to the back line.
And see what they did there too. Got cluttered, got clustered, so what they do, they reset. Now setting out for a potential score, but gonna be slapped out now back to the midfield. The Stacks, the Leeches, all of the above, all around there, up above by that Echo logo in the midfield. Taken back by Wit, some quick strung passes side to side again. There's Burbs, and now making their way down the field, and all the defense recovering now, so Illumi Duty, the slow play.
Now Wit at the back line with possession. They're trying to find a crack in this defense, but Wit's getting stranded. He's under pressure. He doesn't have an angle. This 4K defense is so strong, and they're going to make the stun there. Ender ending that play and sending it through mid.
That was pretty impressive spot. Yeah, you mentioned that defense. You saw Wit was dancing. It wasn't because he didn't want to pass it. It's because he couldn't. Everyone was covered very, very well, and at the last second, Wit still got the pass off, and it hit its mark, but unfortunately, that mark also got hit by the defense.
And now sending it forward through that bubble will be Four Kings trying to work their way towards that Illumi Duty bubble. And twirling his arm will be Andy W. And then Chrome up to Cruisin', and Cruisin' just gonna slam that one in. And the Four Kings are ruling right now.
That's one of the plays, as we get a timeout there. That's one of the ones where if I didn't have several water bottles on my desk, I would have jumped and knocked everything over, which is why I didn't. Nasty. Certainly from Four Kings there, but that is what they do. As I said, they have the firepower at a level that's over 9,000. They are super, I'm just saying. But that said, a little timeout here as one of the players drops. Looks like Burbs this time.
I mean, can we talk about that Four Kings defense? You see Wit in that previous possession trying to create time for his offense to get open, but there were no openings. This Four Kings defense is so oppressive, so strong, and they're consistent. And able to make that stun to end that possession would be Ender, and then find the clear. So this Four Kings defense is some of the best in the world.
Yeah, that's one of the more impressive takeaways. The thing is, offense is one of the most obvious parts of any sport, right? Because it's so immediate, it's abrupt, it's in your face. You can recognize, like that last play there for Four Kings, right? A spin dunk. I mean, whatever sport that is, you can recognize a fancy finish on those goal attempts anywhere. Now, the defense, that's one of the more subtle aspects of pretty much every sport, once again, right? It's not uncommon for sports where the elite defenders of the league, you know, they may get less attention than your superstar offensive players, and that's just because it relies so much more on the tiny things, these subtle things that make all the biggest differences in the world. And absolutely, we saw that with Aurora versus Anomaly, talking about the defense Aurora was playing there with some stack breakage and then around the bubble, and you can see that here with Four Kings as well, and just able to kind of pick them apart, and not only that, but punish on the other end when they get the disc into the offense.
And we talk about the experience and veterancy of these teams. Illumi Duty, all of these players are OGs. So much for subtlety. Our cameraman used to play with QL Young and Sealable Bag. So much for subtlety. Actually went to one of the LAN events back in the day. Very accomplished player in his own right, and we don't talk about that enough. But QL Young, Wit, Speedy V, they're in Suburban Legend, or now Burbs, they've all been playing for so long, but we've seen these new players. I mean, relatively compared to them, you know, Cruisin', Chrome. Actually, Chrome's been around for a long time. Chrome used to not want to play competitive. He used to just enjoy playing pubs. And then he found competitive, he found his stride, and he became one of the most dominant players in NA.
Absolutely, and there are actually several players in the league, kind of similar in regards, where they weren't necessarily heavy participants in competitive play in past years, past seasons, but then coming in and making statements. You see, for instance, you know, Oculusator, one of my favorite players to go to in that regard, because he was there since the very beginning, beta of PC, currently finding himself there on a top of the line team in Spaghetti. But he was a player who kind of made that rise in VRML in competitive play. We see Saluna again over there on another longtime player having success here in the Master Division, now on Aurora. I mean, there's a lot of players like that. It's one of the coolest aspects of it, seeing the progression, the growth as a shot just misses.
And it will bounce out of that bubble, and time is running out. Illumi Duty will fall in 2 rounds, but they're going to give it their all till the end of this round, and long shot coming through. Burbs will find possession. Burbs now sending it forward to the tube. QL Young now sending it down to Wit. Wit is now facing Cruisin' before this backstack will get into play. Now under pressure from Ender. Wit sending it forward. He's not going to find that angle at the floor. A headbutt coming through, so 20 seconds on the clock. They want to put points on the board, making that drive through, and Cruisin' shutting it down, clearing it into the shield, picking it right back up, and getting it through mid.
Yeah, another, I mean, when it rains, it pours in a sense, and at the moment they're not poor, they're rich, as is that shot. Andy, one last ditch heave, and they're gonna go 19-6 in the second round to close this one out. Over to Glean on the sideline. Cass, how you feeling?
Man, what a treat it was to watch 4King's 3-point shots. We saw one from Ender, 2 from Andy, just relentless in their 3-point attempts and able to punish so many times, and with so many opportunities, they've been absolutely great. Duty definitely brought up their speed in the beginning of the second round, as they were able to capitalize on a number of mistakes that 4Kings had, but unfortunately not able to get anything going here, as like you guys said, that 4Kings defense absolutely relentless, able to shut down so many offensive jousts and offensive opportunities that Illumi Duty might have had, and Cruisin' throughout this game has been fantastic. We've seen a couple of great saves from him, but also on that back line where the clears were trying to come through from Illumi Duty, Cruisin' was always there to pick up any potential clears or anything that might have potentially gotten through. And it's not a flashy job to have, but certainly some of the best players in the game know that you need that backline player, and he does a fantastic job in this game.
Yeah, suffice to say, that was an impressive showing from this Master Division here in those first 2 matches. Anomaly and Aurora, again, thanks to them for coming in and playing, as well as here 4Kings and Illumi Duty, and putting on shows, showing what they've got, and they've got quite a lot. That said, we've got some more left for you guys over there in venues as well. Venues, Twitch, Facebook Live, YouTube Gaming, all the above, showing lots of love to you guys, because we have a final match for you here in the North American venues stream for the night. And with that, we'll be back around the corner with Real Speed versus the Deities. So, don't mean to tease, but yeah, coming soon. Don't go anywhere, please. All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to VR Master League here in Venues as we conclude our night of fantastic matches and fantastic teams with one more on the way. This was a highly hype-voted match over on VRMasterLeague.com, and glad to get it in here between Real Speed and Deities. Now, Deities only been around as a roster, that is to say, for a few weeks here, but of course all these players, they've already been in VRML across other rosters. They know the deal. They know how to play. This is going to be an interesting test for them and their roster going against Real Speed, who's been an established team here since last season. They were rookies then, sophomores now, but definitely nothing soft about their game. These guys, they're here to play. They're one of the more impressive teams, in my opinion, among the rookies in Season 2.
No, I mean, Real Speed was one of those teams that stood out in Season 2. There were a handful that did, among, I don't remember, a couple hundred, and the handful that stood out, Real Speed was among them. And so it kind of tells you the level of ability we're talking about here on this Real Speed team. But then, as you also mentioned, Deities, a new team this season, but not necessarily new players. As we see a few familiar names there. I'm pretty sure Sammy, familiar, Sweet Colombian Catnip, familiar, a recent name change back to the original name there, Catnip. And then Dylan and Insomniac, I know I've seen around for a while. So, this is going to be a fantastic matchup. I'm expecting a fantastic game, just because, someone might be looking at those stars and going, it's not master tier, but it doesn't matter. I mean, when you're talking about teams that are this skilled and this close in ability, it doesn't matter what tier you're talking about. The gameplay is going to be absolutely excellent, top level, phenomenal.
No, without a doubt. That's one of the favorite parts, and that's what I always try to encourage everyone to pay attention to, because, like I said, these teams are the future teams chasing, again, those Diamond and Master tiers. And the matches, because of the ladder system in VR Master League, they're going to be competitive way more often than not. It prioritizes that, the more the team wins, the harder their matches gets, and vice versa. So really just trying to find their spots here on the ladder. But, you get those stories where you see these teams climbing up and up and up, and that's why a lot of my favorite matches across all seasons of VR Master League so far, they have actually been in the other divisions other than Master, the up-and-comers, because for Season 1 and Season 2, it was those teams in, Bronze, Silver, Gold, who are now in Diamond. We introduced Diamond here last season and are in Master as well. So that is just the way of things, and it's very, very fun to watch the development of these players.
No, it is. Yeah, it absolutely is a lot of fun to watch the new players all, developing over time, and we've had a lot of us have had this really unique view of it being, we had such a tight community for so long that the moment new players popped in, you knew immediately who the new players were and who the players who had been around for a few years were, and it was easy to identify. Okay, that's a newer player, and they at max they've only been playing for X number of weeks or X number of months, and so you could very easily witness that development and how fast some of these players pick this stuff up and still do to this day. I mean, it's amazing to see. Back in Season 1, what was it, 20, 30 teams in North America, and now if you're in the top 30, you're a really good team. So it kind of tells you how much skill and talent has showed up in this league over the last year or so, as we've been going a bit over a year at this point. We've been running VRML here.
Yeah, absolutely. As mentioned, since November 2019 is when we started our pre-season 1/season 0, and since then just exploded. And on that note, for those interested in Echo over there, watching across our platforms and over in Venues especially, go download Echo Arena. It is free. Echo VR. Search it in the store, PC or Quest or otherwise. I mean, It is free to play, free to own, and likewise VR Master League. We are also free to participate in, community built and ran, and yeah, you wanna get competitive play. It doesn't matter if you're new to the game, if you're a multi-year veteran, if you're someone who just wants to be, kind of treating it as a casual thing or something you go hard at and you're scrimmaging multiple times a week. Whatever the case is, whatever your situation is, you can be in VRML. Flexible scheduling, ladder-based, so skill-based matchmaking, and it's all fun, it's all free, and casts aplenty. Many an hour of hours week to week, day to day for that matter, as we get started here in the first round.
Oh no, that is unfortunate. Dylan, it looks like he is still there, but Dylan got a hand on it and then immediately lost all of his tracking there and stopped dead in space. And so that was really unfortunate timing there for that one, as it does appear that he has a return now as Gold now moving in on the near side, going over the Geo here into the bubble, moving in, ducking one, sends it in for the 2. And that's your first goal of round 1 here. 2 points to Real Speed.
Yeah, and fast it was. 29 seconds into that first neutral joust, and yeah, crafty move through all the wickets and thickets of defenders, those tall trees, but doing well for themselves for sure.
Also, can't believe I totally forgot to shout out everyone I was hanging out with in venues there. Case, Arrow, Tom, Ancast, Abby, Alan, Sally, all you and a whole bunch more hanging out as Gold is going to get that one stuffed. Dylan, Gold stealing it from Dylan, now sending it down all the way down and into that blue bubble, bouncing back. That is Bob Kerman looking to pick it up. Does getting stunned out there at the ceiling. It will be turned back around. But yeah, a whole bunch of people hanging out in venues. It's actually a lot of fun to watch in venues. You get to talk about what's going on. You talk about anything and everything to do with Echo. It's actually a really nice experience in there.
Question is, did you hear me shout you out in venues?
I did. I laughed. I actually clarified because I wasn't the originator of Dr. Pocket. I stole it from Ignite, and then it happened. Chat was the one that brought it up in a Joker game after Game scored a really cool dunk in the top corner pocket. Dylan bringing it in. He's going to get a goal there. Dylan, 53 seconds after the last, going to tie this one up here for Deities. Just under 2 minutes in.
All right. Well, back at them with the reaction. Sweet Colombian catnip with a very quick dip to Dylan, and Dylan, well, also dipped into the 2. So chipping into that lead and locking it up once again. I'm very curious about this match because, as I said, we know the players, certainly. The rosters, though, different. This is only the 4th match here, as pass goes out to CT, but only the 4th match, and it's going to be a ding. So couldn't quite collect it. A couple more points. Now back out to the midline where it'll be snagged. It looks like by, well, who knows? Big brawl actually about to go.
Gonna CT picking that one up. CT moving in, looking for a pass. Gonna go ahead and reset that one to the back line there to Gold. Gold now moving in, ducking one, bringing it in. Trying to duck another. But Insomniac is gonna get that stun and now picking it up. We're gonna clear this one out. That one is out through that near side tube, all the way down into the Real Speed bubble, right near the goal. All the way around to the far side where Gold will pick it up. Gold, though, immediately challenged, going to get stunned out there by Catnip. Catnip sending it over to Dylan. Dylan is going to send that one in off of the double stun. Good for the 2, and Deities are up by 2, 4-2 here.
Competitive so far, and look, it's Colombian Catnip again. Another assist and a completion by Dylan. So little deja vu for the Deja 2 4 minutes into this round. Or 3 minutes rather, and launch out. Let's see, they're going left, right, and center, so just every direction covered. The defense there just hanging back in the back line, and it's that secondary stack who did get the interception, and now maybe a chance at some back-to-back goals again, but a lot of contests coming in by that Geo.
Oh my, that shot very narrowly missing the goal there as Dylan's going to pick that one up far side, go for that reset. Wise reset there to Sammy on the back line. Sammy now sending this one on. It's sending this one in, but it's going to bounce off of that barrier. Picking it back up, far side. Sammy sending it back in. Ooh, a touch there. Insomniac looking to send it across. Does find the hands of Sammy. Sammy, the under assault, going to get that one sent across. The shield comes up, now bouncing to the near side. While we're Gold will get that slap. Does get it all the way through mid. It's going to move its way all the way down into the blue bubble. They get the flat bounce off the back wall, and Gold is going to plant that one in. 4 minutes into round 1, tying it up 4-4.
Gold just showing that nugget, the disc, right before I put it in. Kind of eyeing down the defense. Say, hey, we got this. This is mine, and we're going to tie it up, and they did. So I guess Gold mined. But that being said, Yeah, I'm really a fan of this match so far, and it's living up to the competitive expectations and the match hype that was shown with the votes, the viewer hype votes on the website. So I'm loving it so far, and a great steal from Cookie Fox, able to get that out of there before it's intercepted by Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy sending that one in too. Catnip will bring that one in for the 2, and Deities going to retake the lead here as we approach that halfway mark of round 1, 6-4. And yeah, nice feed in there, Sammy to Catnip, Catnip into the goal. Yeah, I mean, just a fantastic play. There's not you know, it's the simplicity of it, you know, because it's a simple play. Just send it to the player underneath the goal who stuffs it in. Doesn't even let the goalie make a proper save on it. Just stuff it in, and I get those points.
I'm suddenly hungry. It's Thanksgiving. That said, it's Bob Kerman. He'll be giving that pass over to CT. CT on the cruiser. Over, and now the bruiser. It is over for Sweet Colombian Catnip. And that is a very quick return. And that is going to go. And that is going to go for the goal. And wow, Sweet Colombian Catnip. That was immense.
73 meters, I think.
Wow.
I'm watching the replay here where he sends it. Yeah, he sent it 2 meters in front of the other goal. The entire arena, tube to tube, is 80 meters. Goal to goal is 75. So that was 2 meters less than a goal to goal shot. Just absolutely phenomenal. 2 meters fewer, rather. This one does get sent in. It's going to be Bob Kerman on the far side. Now they're down by 5 here. Is Real Speed with 4 minutes ago. This one being sent up.
The only thing I'm disappointed in is I totally missed an opportunity to just say all the way from Colombia, but alas.
You'll get the next one. Dylan gonna send this one in, but that one's quite a bit low, and now picked up by the Cookie Fox here for Real Speed. Turning it around, but they're in the hands of Sammy. Sammy sending this one in. Ooh, a bounce off the nest there. Gonna be picked up here by Catnip on the floor, far side. Catnip sending this one in the hands there. Dylan sending it across to Sammy, taking the shot. That one's gonna go wide. It bounced out once again. 3.5 minutes to go here on the near side wall.
The pass there, just not the execution, unfortunately, but there was a lot of cluttering and a lot of defense in the way, but they'll still recover. It's Insomniac quickly up to that shoulder area. Sweet Colombian, one more pass. Now that one is a success. Sammy right from just 4 meters deep, so directly in front of the goal and the goalie, and they're up 11-4 as we do get a stoppage here for a moment.
And yeah, that was a very soft pass. Very soft pass there, Catnip to Sammy. But in this timeout, I mean, we're approaching the intermission here. Glean, I don't know if what notes you've been able to pick up over the 7 minutes we've played so far. But yeah, I mean, we have some time here if you want to pop in. Anything you want to share with the beautiful people?
Yeah, I mean, there's been some strong offense from both teams. The positioning has been really critical for every goal so far. You see the positioning on the different geo, and that can make the difference for a cross pass and distracting the offense. We saw that simplistic play down where I believe it was Deities. They just had one man underneath that backboard, and they were able to get the pass directly to him, and he was able to put it in for an easy 2. So that positioning really coming into play on that play in particular. And yeah, both teams have been doing a great job so far. And Real Speed has been showing a lot of speeds, but so have Deities. So it's been a pretty evenly matched game so far, as I believe we're getting back into it here. So take it away, guys.
Yeah, well, thank you for that, Galeen. And yeah, out of the timeout here, again, Real Speed established here in Season 2 of VR Master League, just in last summer and going into the fall and winter. And at the moment, Cookie Fox, well, gonna get stunned and left in the dust there. Sweet Columbia just as well, but that's another clear out, so maybe a chance at a score again. The goal is momentarily open, the window about to close, and a shot off the pole. So back and a slap from Bob.
Yeah, that one very, very close. Another soft one as well here from Deities. You know, they haven't. Yeah, it's interesting to see, because it's not in any way a criticism. If you don't need to throw it fast, why throw it fast? And you know, because there was that goal we saw. I'm pretty sure it was Catnip to Sammy. Catnip, a really soft pass to Sammy. And I've been seeing a few of those here from Deities, although it's probably just selection bias, or you know, but not selection bias, but confirmation bias. Is Catnip doing some sort of activity there on that pole, but it will get turned over. Gold going to slap this one out of the bubble, and now into the hands of Dylan. Dylan sending this one back across, out of the reach of Gold as he was trying to get that interception. but it will turn over nonetheless. The Cookie Fox going to pick this one up. Actually, CT is trying to get it out, but Sweet Colombian Catnip able to pick this one back up. Catnip sending this one across to Dylan, who's going off the backboard. Somehow gets it to Insomniac, who will hit this one for that too, and they're going to go up by 11.
I'm thoroughly entertained. So, Insomniac thought Insomniac had maybe crashed, otherwise was just playing the most convincing game of Possum I've ever seen. Completely immobile in midair behind that backboard for a solid, I don't know, 20 seconds maybe, 20. He was out, then came out of it, and then just found the disc and found the score. So Insomniac maybe took a nap, I suppose, true to the name. Go figure.
Go figure indeed. Is this one bouncing in? A couple of stuns coming out there near the near side wall. It's a 9-point difference, a minimum of 3 goals. Less than a minute to go here as Insomniac gets a hand on it. CT gonna get a steal. CT looking to clear it out, does clear it out. Excuse me, getting into the hands of Catnip at mid. It was hiding there behind that Geo. Over to Dylan. Dylan getting stunned out, trying to send that pass across. This one loose. Good leash here from Catnip. Catnip sending this one into the bubble. Going to bounce up towards that goal, but Bob Kerman is there to get the pickup, and Bob is going to get that one cleared out all the way down. They're going to chain after this one, but a good leash here from Catnip. Is able to get to the area first. Is able to get to the disc first as well and send it back out. Less than 30 seconds to go here. This is going to be round 1 to Deities. Waiting on that final score. Maybe one more shot opportunity. No, Bob Kerman going to get it cleared out.
Yeah, question is what the end score will be. Exactly right. It's a good stun from CT, but CT getting lit up by Sweet Colombian Catnip. Up high now, going to be picked off that wall. Perhaps no one really in the area to receive it other than Dylan, so has some time, has a space, and maybe one more. Oh, and that was perfectly placed. 15-4 with that final heave from almost that 0 angle. On that note, impressive. But Glean, we heard from you a few minutes ago, and score-wise, not too much change there for the side of Real Speed, but I'm pretty, again, impressed with what I've seen nonetheless from this team in Deities. I don't know about you, but tell us a bit about what you have.
Yeah, Deities being a fairly new team, as we can see, they have a 3-0 record, this being their 4th game, as you previously mentioned, but they seem to have some really nice team chemistry here. You can, like you guys mentioned before, you can see the soft passes and the connections being made. They're very in rhythm. Their communication is so effective here as they're able to find the open man and convert on a lot of these opportunities. Just breaking down the defense inside the bubble at every opportunity. Now on the side of Real Speed has been able to get some clear and boosts away, and they need a little bit more passing potentially to get back into this one, but certainly do not count them out of this second round, as they have shown that they can hold down the fort with them at times, both on defense and offense.
Yeah, and interesting to note going into this second round momentarily, it seems like we did get a switch up on the rosters. I'm noticing we have now Slow XP, another name I'm well familiar with, certainly even here just in season 3 and some casts earlier on in the season. But yeah, Slow XP for Deities stepping into the second round.
In for Insomniac. In fact, the Slow XP is going to be the first hand on that disc there at mid on that neutral gel, sending it up. Dylan going to reset it there to Sammy. Sammy going across there to Slow XP, bringing it in. What a shot! They're 6 meters out. That's going to be your first goal of round 2. Deities going up by 2.
Yeah, Slow getting fast and bringing that experience in a hurry. 2 points in no time flat. I mean, 11 seconds if you want to be technical about it. But yeah, talk about coming in apparently in full rhythm. Didn't need to warm up.
Now CT sending this one out. Ooh, good interception there by Dylan. Dylan sending this one back in towards the bubble. They're going to get down there to it. They're taking a shot there, going off the backboard. Now bouncing, it was a little bit wide. It hit the post there. Now picked up by Sammy, far side. Sammy sending this one in. Slow XP going to intercept Dylan. But Dylan, what an interesting play. I got to point that out because that pass was meant for Dylan. Slow XP thought it was a bad pass tip, so he came out, recovered it. Dylan immediately repositions him. I gotta point that out. That was a big brain play there from Dylan. As Slow XP, he didn't get hung up on the fact that Slow XP grabbed the disc. He just repositioned himself. He was like, all right, let's just flow with it, go with it, get behind the goal, and he gets the goal himself. And that's that thing. Don't be a disc hog. Don't don't be don't be always looking to get the goal, because sometimes you getting the disc in that moment is not the right decision. And right there we saw it, although it was kind of an awkward way of coming around to it, but still, gold lock shot. He's gonna hit it. 21 meters out. Woo!
Sounded like a minor 49er there, but yeah, exactly, going for exactly that, the namesake, and that was really, really decisive, quick, and confident. You love to see that, and that's a great shot to put them on the board here now in the second round.
Now that's Sammy picking it up here. Sammy looking to send this one out, but getting that one right back, and now going to send this one down, all the way down, bouncing down to the floor, and will be picked up there by Dylan. Dylan looking to get this one sent in. Dylan sending this one up, but it is going to bounce up and turn over there. Going to be sent out now, slapped out to that far side. No, it's going to be right back, right in the hands of Sammy. Sammy going to Dylan. Dylan sending it across. A good interception there. Going to get sent out of the bubble again. Another opportunity here for Deities.
And now taking up top, trying to bring it back to the boot. You see the defense trying to accommodate, and that shot a little bit too fast and too hard on the catch, but beautiful handoff once and twice, but it will be taken by Bob, at least momentarily, as they try to lob it out of there. Everyone in a frenzy. That much is true, but let's see if they can get this one. Just dipping down, and beautiful pass, but no finish. Couldn't complete that play. Otherwise, chaos turning into artistry, if not for the ding.
Yeah, now 3 minutes off the clock, still a 1-point game here. The Deities doing a lot of, basically, I mean, we're spending a lot of time here in the Real Speed zone. Real Speed is doing a really good job of stopping Deities from scoring, but they're having a harder time getting it through mid once they get it turned over. See, once again, I mean, a beautiful set pass there to Dylan, but the stun and the turnover, and then Deities are able to get it right back. And, you know, that's going to be what ultimately wins the game for Deities. If Real Speed is not able to convert those turnovers there, that's what we call turnover offenses. Columbia Catnip is going to get this one in for the 2 off an anchor shot there. Looked like he was fed up with that situation and just wanted to, you know, send everybody back on this reset. But yeah, I mean, just an onslaught here from Deities.
Yeah, kind of saying, all right, you know what? We're tired of all the passing, the extra passing. Didn't pan out, we dinged it. I'm just gonna take it from an anchor and make it. You know, sometimes in the flows of Echo, that's just how it goes. It won't always be the prettiest plays or the ones you intended, but it's the one that was meant to be, as that is gonna be slapped out of there just in time. And now rebounded outside though by Catnip. Catnip has some options all over the floor. Again, the line of sight, as I mentioned, everyone was within it. As Sammy gets it back to Catnip, and now they have the 2 cutters, and it's gonna flutter a little too slow, but taken right back by Sammy, and now off the backboard, and the ding.
Yeah, ding there. This one gonna get sent out, going to the far side, but once again, it looks like this one is gonna turn back over to blue. Maybe. Good stun there. CT is able to pick that one up, and they're going to send this one all the way down the blue bubble. They have an opportunity here. They're going to get there. Well, they're getting to the area first, but they were just off of the trajectory. They're picked up here by Gold. Bring it in. It is going to hit that one for the 2 as the Cookie Fox gets the goalie stunned out. And Real Speed going to bring this game back within 1 point here as we approach the halfway mark of round 2. But Deities maintain this lead currently.
Well, hey, based off what we've seen, Dimwee, they're not going to make it easy. Echo is a fantastically competitive game. We've seen it all night here. And these teams, they're here to play. They want to show up. They know they're being streamed for all these viewers on venues and on Twitch and YouTube and Facebook gaming, Facebook Live. And it's just, you know, some of that too I mentioned from time to time, right? Getting into the flow of a game when you know you're being seen and streamed. Sometimes it does take a few extra minutes, or maybe an extra round, but Real Speed is not going to concede, but neither is Deities. Our Deities, as they go up here in their 4th game so far, having a lot of success, but this is their biggest test so far.
Ooh, nice disc movement here on offense. Look at this control from Real Speed, sending that one in, but a nice grab there by Slow XP, able to get this one sent out through that far side tube. I see some change trying to get away, but there's way too many stuns, way too many leeches. There it is. Gold able to pick this one up here on defense for Real Speed. Now 4 minutes remaining here on the clock in this second round. Gonna go for that ceiling shot. This one's gonna be, I don't know if it was on, but that is gonna be on. The Cookie Fox gets it in for the 2. Real Speed have taken their first lead of this game, going up 7-6, up by 1.
Yeah, that very well. I mean, that ceiling shot there, boop shot, and man, might have been, but guess what? Cookie Fox just saying, I'm gonna take those cookies right back and drop it into the jar. And with that, 3:33 left in this round, and maybe a round 3 coming up if we're lucky here, just from the viewership end of things. Always cheering it on. I know these teams, though, they would love to close it out in 2 if you're Deities, but I mean, it can go either way at this point.
I mean, absolutely can. As this one's going to get flung to the far side. Oh, no. That is horrible timing as we do lose gold here on real speed. Now is Catnip picking this one up, going to send this one out all the way down. We have 3 minutes to go here in this second round. We may end up with a pause after the next goal, but a nice stop there. Dylan was looking to take a long shot there, looking for the 3. Slow XP, though, able to recover that one. Looking to send it to Catnip. Catnip now looking to track it down. Double stun coming out. Slow XP going to pick this one up on the near side wall near the floor and send it for that reset to Sammy on the back line. Slow it down a little bit. Make sure they get themselves collected, because in a 4v3, there's really no excuse to not get the goal. As they are going to go for that anchor shot, that one's going to get sent wide and now back out, now up to the ceiling. Who's going to be getting there first? Goal is currently open. Catnip going to send that one on a reset to Sammy. Sammy sending this one in to Dylan. Dylan looking for the cross pass as Slow XP had the lane, had the space, had the room, got the 1v1. And Deities are back up by 1 here. Just over 2 minutes to go. And a pause.
And there's the pause. Yeah, exactly. Very unfortunate timing, but they're going to try and realign themselves, and certainly they can do it. They already did it once. I mean, they dropped that first round by not an all too friendly differential on the scoring end of things, but they came back with a fire and a fury in this second round. They're holding they're holding Deities, you know, to fewer points, and overall just making the points more difficult to score, and they're, on the other hand, also scoring at a better pace. They're looking a bit more collected, so, you know, got to do it again. You got 2.5 minutes left. You're only down by 1. Get your player back and just continue as if it never happened at all. And we can still very well be finding that 3rd round coming up.
You know, now might be the time to lean on Glean.
We do have a player back, but maybe Glean. What do you mean?
I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to say. Did you really?
What? Did I really what? Ah.
Spreading vicious rumors.
Well, I didn't call you Sir Dimwit, did I? I don't think I did.
Did you not? That's what I heard.
I think you're hearing what you want to hear, or you have a guilty conscience.
Okay.
Anyway, so look, no time for Glean.
Now. I see what's going on.
No time for Dimwee, and shout out to Sir Dimwit wherever you are, even though he's right next to me. So yeah, continuing on here.
I'm not saying that, as this one's going to be picked up. Catnip, far side. He's looking to send that one out. Does get it all the way down into the bubble here, all the way down near the bubble. And who will get there first? I see some blue bodies coming in. That's Catnip getting there first, sending in that shot. A little bit steep there. Hits the post. Slow. She gets a hand on it. And the Cookie Fox will get the slap on it. Well, if somebody getting a slap on it. CT picking up. CT going to send that one out all the way back into the Deity zone. The Real Speed really want to push the issue here. They won a round 3. They have an opportunity here as that defense does return. They're looking at a 3v3 situation. Gold bringing it in. Gold will hit it for the 2. We have a minute and a half to go here in round 2. A 1-point game. Real Speed have just taken the lead. It's all on Deities. Are we going to see round 3 or not?
You tell me, or ask Dimwit. He's a smart one. Maybe not. But 9-8.
My goodness.
Well, what if it's not you? It wouldn't matter. Anyways, I digress. All I know, Dimwee, is I'm really thrilled with the fact that they did not let that get them down as they tried to drown that shot into the goal, because it could have, that crash could have affected them. It did not. They have a chance at a back-to-back score, but denied. Wow, that was incredible by Sammy, but still, it's going to be retained and eventually actually stolen back. Nice save. The defense was great.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal save. This is sent all the way down. Ooh, both Sammy and Slow XP overshooting that one. But still, no one able to get away. Chain is finally coming in, but Slow XP has plenty of time to bring it in for that too. We have a 1-point game here with just about 20 seconds. We have about 22 seconds once it coming out the tubes. This one's going to be close, Palador.
I got to ask, well, maybe a question for a different time, but just after a phenomenal save like that, I mean, oof, you know, it's got to be deflating to what looked like a guaranteed goal. The question is, for one final time, can they do it again? No, put it behind them. Instead, going in front and maybe one more, and couldn't finish it off. The ice, though, might not even be necessary as this does sail into the opposite end, and just no time for that recovery. It will be a 2-round sweep going the way of Deities by the skin of their deity.
Yeah, that was a, I mean, that was a really, really close game there. Yeah, I mean, just a phenomenal win for Deities. But you also got to point out that was a 1-point game in a round where you saw a few dropouts there for real speed. So you got to wonder if those dropouts don't happen. What's the outcome of that round, and do we get that round 3? And whatever else. But
hold
also,
on, Dimmy, can I say? Can we lean on Glean?
Of course,
for the first time on stream.
I love that term, and man, oh man, you guys, I mean, just take a look at the stats here for a second. Look at the possession time. Deities, I know this carries over between both rounds, but Deities with 71% possession time. Just the amount of disc control and the amount of precision they had on their offense was ridiculous. We must have been over on offense for Deities for well over 2 minutes in the beginning of this round, and it was great work by them. But Real Speed making the most of every single opportunity, any chance they got, they scored. Gold hit that long 3. Whenever they got those clear and boosts down for a 2, they had them, and they made this a fantastically close game, almost taking the second rounds. And yeah, well played by both teams.
Absolutely, and thank you Glean, for again the sideline analysis here throughout the streams here and venues tonight, and yeah, providing that extra little oomph in between Dimwee and I's bickering, and Sputnik down there as well, joining us back again on the stream, who casted with us in that Illumi Duty match versus 4 Kings earlier on. So with that, I mean, yeah, sitting there pretty. And Sputnik, I want to direct it to you as well, because you've been here and watching. You've been doing the EU venue shows as well. I mean, what do you think of these teams here in either Real Speed and Deities, or just in general on the matches tonight?
Well, Real Speed and Deities was a fantastic matchup. In my opinion, the best matchup of this night. I mean, we saw Aurora just play such solid defense, shutting down Anomaly, and I know Anomaly's gonna want to tie that up, gonna want to take a win the next time they face each other. And Illumi Duty versus 4 Kings, we get to see how dominant 4 Kings is, how much they rule the court, and they came away with the win. So just terrific games tonight, and I couldn't say enough.
Yeah, I agree. And Dimwee, kind of final thoughts here on this awesome show, weekly here in venues again. I mean, glad to be doing these so much so, and it's been fun.
I cannot wait for the next Anomaly Aurora game. That rivalry just got really hot. I'll say that right now. That's all I got. It's fun hanging out. I will say also fun hanging out with everybody in venues over there. If you saw Sir Dimwee in there, that was me. Once again, I'll shout out. I wrote a lot of names down, but it was Case, Arrow, Tom, Antgas, Abby, Alan, Sally, and a whole bunch of others that I got to get better about remembering names. I've always been bad about that. But thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Thanks for hanging out in venues. Venues is a lot of fun. The experience is really cool, and I can't wait to do it next weekend. I mean, honestly, this is it's such a cool thing to get to do here.
There you go. Just leaving Dimwit off the list again. But you're right. You're bad with names, I guess.
You made him put his head down. He's not happy with that one.
Look, next time you guys in venues, you'll see Sir Dimwee in there from time to time. We're trying to be patient with him and make him come to terms. Okay, but just integrate him back into. Let him accept the fact that Sir Dimwit is/was a thing.
Looking.
We're still
Vicious
looking.
Vicious rumors. There's never a T on my name.
Once upon a time, I remember that last character along that fabled name, and maybe it's a false memory, but
what do they call that? There's that thing, Mandela effect. That's all that is. It's Mandela effect.
I don't know what Sputnik is saying. It rings true to a T. Anyway,
there's a glitch in the Matrix.
I can't believe I laughed at that one.
With that, before we completely break apart here, we're glad to have you guys in venues and Twitch, Facebook Live, YouTube Gaming. Thank you so much. A big thanks to our sponsors, of course, of VRML Season 3 here in Echo Arena, in HyperX, of course, Quadcast, casting on that, and sponsors in Asterion Products as well. Shout them out. ProTube VR and VR Cover, longtime sponsors. VRware.net, where you can get some awesome VRML merchandise and team and player-related apparel, and as well as Fixed Gaming, providing that awesome music that you guys hear throughout intermissions and timeouts. And Rebuff Reality also returning in from Season 2 to sponsor our community efforts here in VR Master League. So with that, go download Echo VR if you haven't already for some reason. Go to VRML.com and get registered in VRML if you have any desire to compete at any level. And we'll be glad to see you, cast you, and so on and so forth. But until next time, which is to say, next week around the same times, same place, I've been Palador, that's been Sir Dimwee, Sputnik Cobra as well, and of course Glean, the lean one, over there on the sideline casting. So much for subtlety, doing fantastic work on the cameras, the dual cameras at that, for those jousts for that matter, so always a superstar of Gators proportions. And with that, be happy, healthy, safe, and as always, be good to each other, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.